You can freeze time but only for 10 seconds at a time. What's the best use for this power? Killing mosquitoes. Yes. I see those movies where the guy suddenly uses a chopstick and snatches the fly out of the sky. Do you know these people who hide a ball under cups? I would end their careers. Or make your own career. Oh, pause time when he reaches for a cup or card, then swap it out? That'd be cool. People would probably line up to try and guess your secret. Act like you can teleport them. Teleport to the other side of this locked door. It doesn't work that way. You can only teleport to places you can see. Perfectly reasonable limitation for teleportation. Edit: if I get teleportation powers, none of you are gonna be my friends. Saving the things you accidentally dropped. Be a magician. Escapologist. Houdini 2.0 does not give a fuck. How would freezing time for 10 seconds help you unlock the shackles on your hands while underwater? Also wondering the same thing. Whatever thing you're doing in your room, as soon as you hear the doorknob being turned, activate the power. It's like a lock, with extra steps. It's like a lock, but with less suspicions. Exactly. Locking your door just raises suspicions. Best to not lock it and have the 10 seconds thing. Thinking of a good comeback in a conversation. Lol, this sounds good, but knowing I'm on the clock I would probably still choke. Don't forget, 10 seconds at a time does not specify a cooldown. Stop time within the stop time. But what is the cooldown? A second? 10? A day? Classic version would be time equal to the time you froze. So 10 seconds cooldown? Not bad at all. Pulling out a wedgie. You are a genius. Please use your power to help others too. You want them to go around the world, freeze time for 10 seconds when they see a wedgie and then use that time to pull said wedgie out of a stranger's butt crack? You son of a bitch, I'm in. Carrying the cat away just before they vomit on the rug. Oh hey, for anyone in this thread with a cat that vomits a lot, consider getting them checked out by a vet. My cat suddenly had an upswing in the frequency of puking and it turned out she has hyperthyroidism. She's now on medication that helps her, and us, out in a big way. Yup, mine had 6 feet of wire in its intestines. Goodbye honeymoon. Edit: for some clarification, the cat is okay. He swallowed some thin craft wire, it got stuck in his throat and he couldn't break it off, so I guess he just kept swallowing. No honeymoon because he required an expensive surgery, and he recovered fully. Teleporting behind my friends. Hey, nothing personnel, kid. Run out of theater, church, movie, act without people noticing would make bathroom breaks so much easier. Or actually get into the theater without having to pay. You could play ping pong on your own. Edit: thank you guys for the reward smile. This is the most wholesome answer I've seen so far, but also super sad frown. I would either be really good at boxing or UFC, or I would get hit once and forget I had a superpower. How that would work. The audience would see you cutting around every 10 seconds like you're only going a few frames a second. Nah. Freeze time mid-swing, punch him a fuck ton, resume mid-swing for the one-punch knockout. Talk shit to somebody at the top of a staircase, wait for them to start walking up the stairs to confront me, then freezing time and moving them back to the bottom of the stairs. Over and over. This must be the work of an enemy stand. Depends how physics work in this scenario. If time is truly stopped, then the momentum and kinetic energy of every object in motion would be preserved. Meaning, if I took a moving object and moved it somewhere else, it would continue moving in the same relative direction. Basically what I'm saying is I'd be really good at darts. Edit: I love how many ideas this comment has prompted. Sounds like a lot of people subscribe to the idea that movement during frozen time would mean adding an infinite amount of energy to each atom you make contact with. But I disagree. Remember the law of conservation: energy cannot be created or destroyed. In this context, that means you can only ever exert as much force as your body can generate, like always. Instead, I think truly freezing time would stop any transfer of energy to from matter. If you moved forward, you'd compress some air into a pocket in front of you and push the rest off to the side, and you'd leave a complete vacuum behind you. Once time resumed, the vacuum would produce a loud clap as air rushed in from all sides to fill the void. The compressed air would expand and feel like an extremely intense blast of wind. You'd want to make sure you don't attempt to inhale or exhale while stopped, since doing one or the other will either collapse or rupture your lungs after time resumes and the pressure violently normalizes. You wouldn't be able to see, hear, or smell. I wonder if you could taste though? Also, fun story, you wouldn't be able to walk since you'd be weightless. Gravity stops, and without that downward force, your feet will push you into upwards as you step and you'd be stuck without a nearby handhold. Imagine being suspended in midair devoid of all senses, unable to breathe, and ask you can do is think fuck me bro, I just wanted to hustle tarts. Drop a road roller on my dead brother's great-great-grandson. Or freak a French dude out when he's trying to walk up a staircase by moving him down every step he takes. Keep in mind that for Dio to do that, he had to run down the stairs, physically pick him up and move him down a step, and then run back up the stairs and into the same exact position he was in before. The funny answer, saying Zawarita right before doing it and walking behind someone. The serious answer, live life as normal and use only when you are in trouble or to help others. Shenanigans. Is the Prime Minister in town? Fuck with him. Pulled his pants down. Switch his speech with the Navy SEAL propaganda. Place a sign behind his head that has that quote he made about black people. Really fucking mess him up. Is there a company or a business person who is cunt? Are they building something? Put sugar in the cement. Write RIP Jimmy Savile on their car while they are on the road. Swap their slideshow with a montage of their most embarrassing moments. Steal and redistribute the fancy sandwiches they had for some corporate bullshit to the homeless. Is there some wanker campaigning for some fuckwittery? While they make their big speech, draw a mustache on them with a permanent marker, turn them around mid-speech so they are facing the other way. Put ever more ridiculous hats on them. Don't just use this power for some juvenile bullshit, use your powers for good. It's a lovely day in the space-time continuum and you are a cunning troll. Be a nuisance.